Assalamu alaikum akhi, welcome to Accentuated Equilibrium, where I'll be showing you how I consistently do 4 to 10 hours of work daily, no matter what, even if my cat died. By the way, I've never had a cat, so I wouldn't even know what that feels like. But I have lost family members and I did work regardless of how I felt in the moment. I'll be jumping back and forth, by the way, to switch the slides, so that's why I'll be going forth. So this was me when time wasting was common. Consistency was incredibly hard as well with things I didn't like. I hated maths. I completely despised maths. And you could tell by my grades, I was getting an E, so I was basically failing maths. And it was just incredibly hard for me to be consistent and try and work hard in maths when it was something I didn't like at all. My emotions tended to dictate a lot of what I would do in my day-to-day life. And as you can see, that's a lovely picture of me and one of my best friends, Ummah, laughing. We were consistent at having fun, but I certainly wasn't consistent in doing any sort of the work that I needed to do. And this is me now, alhamdulillah, being consistent no matter what gets thrown at me in life. There's a little fancy photo of me with $100 million leads in my background. And the goal of this video, akhi, inshallah, is to have you from going from someone who is easily distracted, someone who struggles to focus, to someone who is doing the work consistently every day, who's stacking a big fat load of cash, and inshallah, who's overcoming a lot of the distractions that you face on a daily basis. And by understanding my framework of disconnection, I haven't seen anyone else talk about this. I've collected this from the hundreds of books that I've read, but also from my experience in life, alhamdulillah. So, as I said, I used to be a complete time waster, absolutely big time waster, scrolling on my phone for hours on end, watching YouTube videos. And to be honest with you, I wouldn't even watch productive YouTube videos. Like, I know some of you guys probably watch Hamza, you probably watch Charlie Morgan. I was not watching anyone productive whatsoever. I was just watching gaming videos. A lot of the time it was just me completely time wasting, brain rotting myself endlessly. And work would pile up. And it's not like work would pile up in regards to just work itself. It's like, it's not just overall my work would pile up, because obviously if I miss a day of outreach for my business, then I have to do another day and I almost have to play catch up. Work would just pile up in the day itself. Like, I would procrastinate and then I would find myself having this huge to-do list that I planned to do from, let's say, 6 a.m. until 10 a.m. And now I haven't done those 4 hours of work and I didn't even wake up at 6 a.m. So now I've got to do the 4 hours worth of work in, how long do I have left? 2 hours? And I'd be pooping myself because I'm like, oh my goodness, I've missed so much. I'm gonna be behind again. And everyone else in the group that I was in was just succeeding. They were doing better than me. They were signing clients, they were making money, and I wasn't. And then my goal deadlines, right? As you can see, this is one of my goals I set in the end of 2022 with one of my friends, Juan. Like, in 2 weeks, I wanted to have 2,000 emails ready to send for my outreach. In 1 month, I wanted to sign my first client. I did not sign my first client within a month. In 12 months, I wanted to be making 10K per month. I was not making 10K per month in the last 12 months. Every goal deadline I made, I just completely missed. And that would leave me feeling demoralized. It would leave me feeling like absolute crap. To be honest with you, like, my iman wasn't even that strong during this period of time. So I couldn't even say that, like, oh yeah, you know, I continued having tawakkul, like tried hard. Like, all those things I missed because I wasn't doing the work consistently. I would literally be leaving like crap, like I said. And I remember New Year's Eve on 2023, and I remember finding that piece of paper and thinking to myself, is this the year I'm actually going to change? And I used to have this reflection every single year. And I thought to myself, do you know what? I don't want to keep reliving the same year. I don't want to keep reliving this life of inconsistency. I know what consistency is like. I've done it before, so why can I not achieve it now? And I knew something had to be done. I knew it. I was feeling it deep inside me. My consistencies had to go. And I felt like the promises I made to myself were lies. Like, I always promised to myself, Fedi, tomorrow you're going to wake up and you're going to do outreach. And I wouldn't do it. I would just feel like I kept lying to myself. To be honest with you, at the end of the day, I genuinely just felt like a liar. I felt like I was living this false narrative of a life. I kept saying to myself, Fedi, you're an entrepreneur. Would an entrepreneur not wake up and do work? He would. I was living in lie. Everything I said to myself, every affirmation I tried to quote for myself just wasn't working because I was not achieving the life that I wanted to achieve. And to myself, all of this was just lies on top of lies on top of lies. Every promise I made just wouldn't come true. It wasn't until I went to London with one of my best friends, Noah. He's an absolutely lovely guy, as you can see from his lovely moustache. And we went to see Jordan Peterson live. Neither of us like Jordan Peterson now. We think he's very, very weird. He's gone down a very weird route. However, it was a fantastic day, alhamdulillah. And the thing that we learned incredibly well, me and Noah, on that day was that you have to sacrifice the lower to the higher. It was a very fantastic speech that he made about sacrificing your lower desires to higher desires, your lower ambitions to higher ambitions, your lower emotions to higher emotions. Basically sacrificing the things that are down, things that are low, things that are evil for things that are good. Things that are immoral for things that are moral. Basically, you sacrifice the lower to the higher. But I remember Noah, me and him having a conversation on that day. We always love to have like random deep conversations. And he kept talking to me about how, he was building this consistent routine. He was starting to go to the gym very often. To be honest with you, his physique is amazing. Allahumma barik ya Noah. And he was telling me about how he was building consistencies in all these different things, with his university work, with going to the gym, with supplementation, small things like that. And I was like, that's amazing. I wasn't like mind blown, but I was thinking at the time, I was like, that's fantastic. This guy's life has changed in an incredibly quick amount of time, just from these small little habits. And it sunk in for me, akhi. I was like, I can see now the way Noah's describing things to me is that one thing does not have to affect the other. What I mean by that is Noah's always been very consistent with the work that he does in terms of university. And even when he had bouts of inconsistencies, he wouldn't let those inconsistencies in one thing affect the inconsistencies in another. So everything for him was disconnected, and I thought this was fantastic, because what I ended up realizing was that everything is not connected. When I woke up late, or missed a prayer, or started late, it didn't have to sabotage the rest of the things I was willing to do. I remember seeing this brother tell me, he's like, Fedi, I missed Fajr. And I was like, yeah, akhi, you didn't have to tell me that. I'm so sorry. Like, I know it's not a nice feeling. I know it's horrible. He's like, what's even worse is that I didn't even do the prayer instead of it. So, like as we say in Arabic, like Salat al-Subah, like sometimes if you miss Fajr, you pray Subah, like as soon as you wake up. I was like, akhi, why? He's like, well, it just felt like because I missed Fajr, I didn't deserve, or I shouldn't have done Subah. And then he told me, not the same brother, but another brother, he was like, Fedi, when I wake up late, I feel like I don't deserve to do well in the rest of my day. And he also said, when I eat like junk food, I don't feel motivated anymore. I don't want to do the work anymore. And I was like, akhi, you are connecting something with nothing. You are connecting the work you need to do with something that's already gone. Something that's already done, it's gone. You don't control it anymore. Just because you woke up late does not mean you sabotage the rest of your day. Consistency comes from disconnecting things when you realize that consistency is not consistency in everything, but each little action has its own consistency. And I'm going to show you more about this. So, let's keep going. So it no longer meant that I sabotaged everything else, alhamdulillah. Consistency was in separate actions, not a bigger picture. And this is why I used to think that it looked like. I used to think that consistency had to be in habit this, and then this habit, and then this task, and this task. But I felt like the consistency in this habit affected all the other consistencies. However, it didn't. This was by itself. This was one thing. This was another. This was another, and this was another. And they all led towards the big goal. But it's not like if I didn't do the habit, then everything sabotaged itself and I couldn't get to the big goal. Now, this is how I see things. And now this is what's led me to taking consistent action every single day. Every habit, every task is disconnected. And they all lead to the bigger goal, of course. But I'm almost trying to fill this up to the maximum level that I can. I don't see it as connected to other things. If I miss this task right here, I don't think to myself, yeah, I'm going to also skip this task. I think to myself, this task is still important. If I miss this one, I'm going to try and make up to this one. If I didn't do this habit over here, that might be, let's say, going on a walk in the morning so I can reset my circadian rhythm. If I miss this one, it doesn't mean I don't go on the evening walk to reset my circadian rhythm. It's not just because I missed one, I don't do the other. Or like, I'll give you an example again from a brother. He was like, Fedi, sometimes, I tell myself I'm going to go to sleep at 11, it's 11:30 and I'm not asleep, so I think, well, I might as well just go on my phone now. Like, akhi, why are you connecting these two things? Like, do you see how silly these sound when I say them out loud? Your life is made up of a load of actions. It's just a bunch of little actions that are made up to make a big goal. And these actions will lead to an outcome. Inshallah, bi'idhnillah, it's the outcome that you want, akhi, right? And the thing is that each action is separate from the other. It is. Each action is separate from the other action, with each one being a new opportunity for excellence, a new opportunity for ihsan. Like, this is the kind of mindset we need to garner after you watch this video, is that every single thing that you do, every action that you take is an opportunity for excellence. It's an opportunity for worshipping Allah Azza wa Jal. So just because you missed the outreach that you said you were going to do, it doesn't mean you don't do all the other tasks. It doesn't mean you suddenly just go on YouTube and watch 3 hours of YouTube. It doesn't mean your day is bad. It just means you missed that task. It doesn't mean anything else. You'd have to look at things for what they actually are, not for what you prescribe them to be. Look at things as they actually are, not what you prescribe them to be. Every opportunity, however, is an opportunity for excellence. So I had finally built the consistency that I needed to be making 10K per month, 20K per month, inshallah. Well, we're making 20 to 30K per month, me and my business partner. And alhamdulillah, it's thriving. And my relationship with Allah is a lot better, because it's not like, again, with reading the Quran, it's like I would forget to read Surah Al-Mulk one night and I'd think to myself, oh yeah, I'm not reading Surah Al-Mulk tomorrow. I mean, there's no point, I missed it last night. Or there's no point in me reading Surah Al-Fatiha, for example, in the night. I've missed Surah Al-Mulk. Surah Al-Mulk is the most important one to read before bed, or whatever it would be. You just don't connect them. You look at every single thing separately, and you look at everything as an opportunity for you to maximize your excellence in each thing. So therefore, when you miss the work, like I said, or you wake up late, you don't look at it as, okay, I've missed the work. It's too late for me. I said I was going to wake up at 6, and I woke up at 9. I said I was going to do work from 6 till 10, so I've only got 1 hour to do work. I might as well not do hour. I might as well not do that work of hour. Well, akhi, look at it this way. You might as well maximize and try and build excellence from something that's been sabotaged. If something is sabotaged, if something didn't go your way, it doesn't matter. Try and build excellence from it regardless. So that's the mindset I want you to have. For you, when you wake up late, reevaluate the day. Don't stop. And just because you procrastinated for 3 hours doesn't mean you continue to procrastinate, you don't do the work. The past is the past, and the present, inshallah, is something new. The past is gone, akhi. If you woke up late, that's nothing that you can control. What you can control, however, is how you decide to react to that. The outcome, done, out of your control. How would you do? Well, I've just told you what to do. I mean, preferably you see every opportunity as excellence. Like, every opportunity is a chance for you to show Allah Azza wa Jalla that you deserve to succeed. Every opportunity you have to take action is an opportunity for you to show the worship that you have for Allah Azza wa Jalla, and show the determination you have towards your goals. Like I said, if you missed it, if you've been inconsistent with something, it doesn't mean you have to be inconsistent with everything else. You have to disconnect them. And alhamdulillah, this has revolutionized the way I live. I've told you now, my businesses are doing incredibly well, alhamdulillah. And everything in life is all about me trying to build excellent consistency, but trying to build excellence in every opportunity that I have and the action that I'm taking. So akhi, bear this in mind when you look at this, because everything that you do, inshallah, is going to be a form of excellence that gets rewarded by Allah. So assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I appreciate you watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, all of that good stuff. And if you're wanting to learn how to make 10K per month as a Muslim entrepreneur, don't forget to join the free school community. Habibi will be showing you everything, right? And yeah, connect with the like-minded brothers as well. So inshallah, I get to speak to you soon. And again, before I leave, if you don't know who I am, my name is Fedi Lecamus, and my mission is to make the Ummah great again. And I hope that you join me in that journey. Assalamu alaikum.